Hey everybody, it is Kneecap here, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about account-wide essences. I'm a little bit late to this party, and we'll get into why I am a little bit late to this party as far as talking about this subject, because it's something that the WoW community's been clamoring for literally since last patch still. So, I do tend to side on the side of World of Warcraft. You know, some people call it being a fanboy when you side with the thing, but in my opinion, it's just kind of like erring on a side, whether you're political or maybe you're into sports of some sort. You know, you're going to err on the side of the team that you like usually, or the whatever political party that you like, whatever. You're going to typically err on that side. So I do like World of Warcraft, so I do err on the side of World of Warcraft. However, for this particular issue, I actually have come around to the other side to where I'm pretty critical, well, in my own mind, I'm critical of Blizzard or World of Warcraft team, whatever, for not instituting these account-wide essences. So why was I late to join this party? Because at first I was like, well, let's hold off. Actually offered my own compromises in a previous video of you unlock all the essences that you have on your main on your alts, but they're only at like rank 1, and then you have to rank them up on your alts. I think that would have been a good compromise, but they didn't do that either. The reason I held off, though, was because typically, my thinking and Blizzard's thinking, or the WoW team, whatever, thinking, is usually pretty online. Like, what I think that they should do, they usually do something somewhat close to that. So that's not always great. That's not saying that I have great ideas. You might hate what they do, so then you would hate what I was thinking to do too, probably. But so what I figured they would do is I figured they'd do a compromise similar to what I said, how you unlock them at level 1, or just something similar to that, and that they would do that with this patch 8.3. Now that patch 8.3 hit, I thought, well, maybe they're just going to wait a couple weeks while people get their Breath of the Dying and all the new essences first on their main, and then do a big unlock for alts of some sort, or make it easier for alts in some way. However, they didn't do this either. So in my opinion, they really dropped the ball here. I'm probably, so far I haven't really said anything anyone else hasn't said, I'm sure. However, my big thing is this. So now this is why I've come around and why I think they should just unlock them. First of all, enough time has passed. I understand when a new feature comes out that they want each character to earn it. A lot of people don't understand that, but I do. I understand, I think back in the day, I think you had to unlock flying on each character too, right? It wasn't account-wide flying. So, because it was a big new feature, and they wanted each character to earn it individually, not it be account-wide thing. Account-wide things also tend to reward players who play more. So they don't want to reward players who just play a lot and not help players that don't play a lot. So players who don't play a lot typically don't have a lot of alts. Maybe they have 1, maybe they have 2, and maybe they have 0. So it's not doing anything for them. So I do get some of their thinking sometimes on this. But enough time has passed now to where it's not a new feature. It's been an entire patch plus month plus. And I think it's time to do it. And at this point, actually, it's too late to do it. They could still do it for vanity or whatever, but there's no real point to do it anymore. It's just too late at this point, unfortunately. They would have had to do it probably 2 weeks in to 8.3, 1 week into 8.3. Did it when Mythic unlocked or whatever, the new season started, something along those lines. But yeah, this is a rare one for me where I'm definitely critical of the WoW team, and I'm very disappointed because I wish I had all the essences. I have most of the ones I need unlocked on my alts. But I wish I had all of them unlocked at this point. I do wish they were all the same rank as my main too, but that, in my opinion, is getting a little bit too greedy with it. People disagree with that, but in my opinion, it's a little bit too greedy. But yeah, so I've come around on this. Come on, WoW team, come on, WoW devs. You got to have a little bit better thought process there on, not punishing people who have alts. I get making them wait. I get wanting each character to have to do things to some degree, but at some point you're just punishing them, and I think this was a definite miss by World of Warcraft here. And in the future, whatever systems they implement, I would advise them, if they really are gung-ho about waiting, you wait 1 patch, or just just barely less than a patch, and then you instill it to the alts as well. So that would be my advice going forward. Hopefully we don't have another experience like this, because I know almost all of the WoW community is pretty much on board on this, on the account wide essence issue. So I've been meaning to get to this for a little bit now, so I finally did a video on it. Please subscribe to my channel, because that is what helps me out the most by far. And everybody have a good one.